Success. Everyone claims to want it. Everyone talks about it. Everyone posts motivational quotes about it. But very few people ever reach it. And the reason isn't what most people want to hear. This isn't the comfortable, polished version you usually get. This is the truth behind success that most people avoid because it forces them to confront parts of themselves they'd rather ignore. So before we go any further, take a breath, because some of what you're about to hear will feel uncomfortable, familiar, and maybe even personal. But if you let it sink in, it will also be the most liberating thing you've ever learned. The real secret: success is built on pain, sacrifice, and unglamorous work. People love the end result. They love the highlight reel, the celebration, the luxury, the recognition. But what they don't love, and what no one really wants to admit, is that success comes from doing things you don't enjoy, repeatedly, long before anyone knows your name. Success is waking up tired, but showing up anyway. Success is keeping your promises even when nobody is watching. Success is sacrificing pleasure today for the life you want tomorrow. The world glamorizes the result, but the truth is simple. Success feels boring most days, painful sometimes, and rewarding only occasionally. The people who succeed are not the happiest every day. They aren't endlessly motivated. They aren't naturally stronger. They're simply willing to carry uncomfortable burdens longer than most people are willing to tolerate. That's the part no one likes to talk about. You can't get success without outgrowing people. Another truth nobody wants to admit: on your way up, you will lose people. Not because you're better than them, not because they're bad people, but because your growth will make some people uncomfortable. There will be friends who want the old you, the one who didn't have big dreams, the one who was always available, the one who didn't challenge them by leveling up. There will be family members who don't understand your ambition and try to make you smaller so they can stay comfortable. There will be coworkers who mock your goals because it exposes the fact that they don't have the courage to pursue their own. This is a truth people avoid because it hurts. To reach a higher level, you must release the weight that keeps you at the bottom. Success demands evolution, and evolution requires shedding old skins, even when those skins look like relationships, habits, or identities you once treasured. Motivation is a lie. Discipline is the real superpower. People often ask successful individuals, "How do you stay motivated?" But motivation is unpredictable. It's emotional. It comes and goes like weather. The truth? Most successful people rarely feel motivated. They just act anyway. Motivation is what gets you started on a good day. Discipline is what keeps you going on the bad days. People who succeed understand something crucial. Your brain will always try to talk you out of difficult things. It wants comfort. It wants ease. It wants the path of least resistance. But successful people override that instinct. They train their minds to ignore the excuses and execute the plan. While others negotiate with their feelings, successful people negotiate with their goals. They say, "I don't feel like doing it, but I'm doing it anyway." That simple sentence separates the 1% from the rest. You don't need more time. You need better priorities. Everyone says they're too busy. Too busy to learn a new skill. Too busy to build something meaningful. Too busy to work on their future. But those same people somehow have time to scroll, binge, gossip, complain, and dream without ever acting. The truth no one wants to admit is this: people aren't too busy, they're just misaligned. Time isn't the barrier. Your priorities are. If success mattered to you the way you think it does, your schedule would reflect it. Your habits would reflect it. Your choices, conversations, and energy would reflect it. You make time for what you value. So if success hasn't been getting your time, then deep down, it hasn't been your real priority. The world doesn't care until you win, and that's okay. This is harsh, but it's reality. Nobody cares about your dreams when you're just starting. Nobody applauds you when you make sacrifices. Nobody celebrates you while you're grinding in silence. People only show up once success is visible, once the results are undeniable, once you've already struggled through years of being overlooked, doubted, and underestimated. It sounds unfair, but there's a hidden advantage in this. When nobody's watching, you are free to make mistakes, learn, fail, grow, and reinvent yourself without pressure. The world may not care at first, but you should. You should care enough to keep building long before anyone believes in you. You can't succeed if you can't handle failure. People think success is about winning more, but really, success is about failing more. Failing faster, failing smarter, failing without letting it break you. Most people don't succeed because their ego can't handle being wrong. Their pride can't handle embarrassment. Their confidence can't handle the discomfort of starting at the bottom. They want the reward without the risk, the victory without the vulnerability. but the truth is unavoidable. Every success story is built on a mountain of failures. The difference? Successful people don't stop at failure, they study it. They extract lessons from it. They let it refine them, not define them. If you're terrified of failing, you'll never reach the levels of success that require you to fall and get back up again. Success requires you to become a person you've never been before. You cannot reach success with the same habits, beliefs, and mindset you currently have. If you could succeed with who you are right now, you would have succeeded already. This truth is uncomfortable because it forces you to confront the fact that the version of you today is not enough for the life you want. Not yet. Success demands a new identity, a more disciplined you, a more resilient you, a more courageous you, a more focused you. Success isn't just what you get, it's who you must become in order to get it. And transformation is uncomfortable. It requires honesty, self-awareness, patience, and a willingness to face your own flaws. Success is not about luck, it's about responsibility. People love to blame luck. Luck is easy. Luck removes responsibility. Luck lets you say, I could have succeeded, but the world is unfair. But real success comes when you stop blaming the economy, your past, your upbringing, your circumstances, or the people who didn't help you. The truth is painful. Success begins the moment you take full responsibility for your life. No excuses, no blame, no waiting for someone else to save you. When you accept that nobody is coming to fix your life, you finally gain the power to fix it yourself. The hardest part of success is not starting, it's continuing. Starting is easy. Anyone can start a diet, a business, a project, a goal. Starting feels exciting, inspiring, full of possibility. But continuing? That's where most people crumble. Because continuing means working without immediate results. It means staying committed when life gets chaotic. It means pushing forward when the progress is invisible and the outcome is uncertain. This is the truth nobody wants to admit. Success is built on persistence long after the excitement fades. Every day you keep going, you widen the gap between you and the people who quit. The real price of success is paid in private long before it's celebrated in public. Behind every achievement are nights of doubt, questions, failed attempts, rejections, loneliness, fear, and uncertainty. Nobody sees that part. Nobody claps for that part. But it's the most important part. Success doesn't happen at the moment of victory. It happens during the nights you almost gave up. During the days you felt hopeless but kept going. During the times you endured what everyone else avoided. Success is not glamorous. It is gritty, lonely, and often unappreciated. But that struggle is what shapes the person capable of handling the success when it finally arrives. The truth you can't ignore. If there's one message to walk away with, it's this. Success does not go to the most talented, the most gifted, or the luckiest. It goes to the person who refuses to quit, refuses to stay comfortable, and refuses to live a life decided by their fears. The truth about success is simple. It's available to anyone, but earned by few. Most people want the shortcut. Most people want the easy route. Most people want success without sacrifice. But you now know the truth. And the truth is your advantage. Because once you understand what success really takes, you are no longer blinded by illusions. You can build your path with clarity, with intention, with discipline, with resilience, and most importantly, with the certainty that everything you want is possible, if you're willing to pay the price most people avoid.